Hello, welcome to another hair texture tutorial. This is for IMVU and this is all about highlights. A lot of you have been requesting me to do another hair texture tutorial and I just haven't had the time, so I apologize to all those that I have left waiting for quite a while now. So I'm going to make this really good just for you guys. Alright, so what you want to do first is you're going to go up to File and select New. And it's going to be 256 times 256 pixels. And this is like a little side note, I'm just doing this really quick, like in 15 minutes. So if I need to correct something, I will put it in the bottom bar. I'm using GIMP, G-I-M-P. You can download that at, if you Google it, there's probably a site. It's free, and this is what I use to make hair texture tutorials. It's really simple and it's easy to follow, and this is what I teach you guys to make the hair texture tutorials with. So it'd be very helpful if you use the same program. Alright, so this is going to be a highlight tutorial. I'm pretty new with doing highlights, so if you have a better way of doing it, you can go ahead and do it your way. Or if you know like a little something that I'm missing and you want to leave a comment and tell me like what I did wrong, that'd be awesome. Keep in mind that the lines I want to put for the highlights, you can always change the sizes and everything. It doesn't have to be exactly how I say. The colors, of course, I will be putting the HTML information in the bottom bar so that you can select the same colors that I am using. So we're going to go to the color box and we're going to select this brown. I will put up the number right here that I'm highlighting. If you guys cannot see it, I will make sure to put it in an annotation or put it in the bottom bar. This is a dark brown color. We're going to fill the box with the brown. This is our base color and what the hair color is mostly going to be. And now we're going to go to the brush to make our highlights. You're going to go to the brush selection and you're going to select the faded ones. You're going to pick the largest one of those. And you can always mess with the scale down here if you wish to make your lines a little bit larger or a little bit smaller. I will be keeping it at 1.0 for this tutorial. Now I'm going to change colors. I'm going to go to this kind of blonde light cream color and I'm going to select OK. And I will also put the HTML information for this color in the bottom bar or in the annotation on the screen. And the same with the next color that I'll be using in a little bit. So we're going to select that color and now we have to make lines across the box. Now this is a little bit different than how I usually do my hair texture tutorials because I would just like right away go up to filters, but we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to make lines and we will mess with the filters later. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag some straight lines across like this. To make a straight line, there's a little trick. You're going to click on the outside of the box, just let go of the mouse thing after you've clicked it, then hold down shift and then just drag it up. Drag it as straight as you can, and then while you're still holding shift, click and then let go, and you have a straight line. Now I kind of did that too far apart, so I will do it again. And then we're going to do it again on the other side. Kind of like on opposite sides. If they're a little close together, that doesn't really matter. Now we're going to go again and change our colors. And I will also put this information on the bottom bar so that you can type that in. And I leave it selected on the hue button to make sure that it's on the H. With the same brush, you can change sizes. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And I'm going to put this in between the two blonde lines. Now that I have the highlights on the hair, we can actually make this into a texture. Because right now it's just a box with lines on it. So we're going to go up to filters and we're going to select noise. We're going down to noise and select the red, green, and blue noise, RGB. And we're going to uncheck these two boxes and drag it to 50. And now we will go back up to filters and back down to noise and down to spread. And we're going to type in the 256 for horizontal and vertical and keep it at pixels, and we're going to press OK. And if I'm going too fast, feel free to just rewind and write down some notes so that you can remember them. And now I'm going to go back up to filters, and we're going to down to blur and to motion blur. And we're going to set the length at 30 and angle at 90, keep it at linear, and we're going to click OK. And now this is our actual hair texture. And you can see it kind of faded down the middle, so if you would like to make your blonde lines a little bit darker, if you want to make your the light brown that I put in between the blonde lines a little bit darker, you can also do that. Feel free to mess with the sizes of the lines and anything else like that. And now I'm going to go back up to filters and down to enhance first and to sharpen. And I like to put it at 15. And back up to filters and down to blur. I'm going to the Gaussian blur, and we're going to set it at 1.0 for horizontal and vertical to soften up the hair so it doesn't look so, you know, like stiff. There, now it's a little bit softer. Now what we want to do is we want to add some shine to the hair to make it look more realistic. So we're going to go up to layers, and we're going to select new layer. We're going to title it shine, and you're going to set the width and the height to 256, and we're going to set it to transparent because we need it transparent and make sure it's still at pixels. Now we're going to go down to the layers box and select the shine box. We're going to need a white color, so go down and select your white color. Select your brush. Make sure it's still the biggest faded out circle. Go back to layers, make sure you still have shine selected. You don't want to accidentally draw giant white lines on your actual hair texture. And you're going to do the same straight line technique. Make sure you put 2 lines towards the top and then one kind of by itself towards the bottom. And we're going to go, make sure you still have shine selected. Go up to filters, down to blur, and to Gaussian blur. We're going to type in 20.0 and for horizontal and vertical, and we're going to click OK. And now we have our shine, and as you can see it's a little bit too bright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the opacity on the layers box. Here we have where you can mess around with the opacity of the lines. You can drag it down. I'm going to leave mine at around 25. It's not exactly there, but around 25. And we're done, guys. You see, it wasn't that difficult. You can always mess around with the size of the lines. Alright, and everything, you know, you can customize it however you want, because this is your hair texture tutorial. I'm just here to kind of give you, like, basics. Now, to save it, so we can upload it to your previewer, you need a special way to save it. So we're going to go up to File, and down to Save As. And we're going to find our folder where we are going to place the hair texture tutorial. See, I'm having trouble speaking today. And we're going to title it. So I'm going to type the highlights. Now the extension is what we're really worried about here, because we don't want to save it as something that we can't use and then we close it and that's a big deal. And then so we're going to go down here and select Windows BMP image. So it'll have like .bmp at the top. As long as you have that, you're good. We save it. And since I didn't merge the layers before, you're going to just select merge visible layers and you're going to export it. And you're going to save it. And now, I already had one done, so I'm just going to open the previewer now. And this is what it will look like on your avatar. You see, I kind of made the lines a little bit too thin, or I put a little bit too many lines. You can always go ahead and adjust that, but I really like this color. I think the color is nice, the shine is nice. And that's it. Thank you guys for viewing this video. If you would like more information on anything like different hair tutorials, or if you want to request one, you can always message me here or leave a comment, or you can message me on my IMVU homepage, that's where usually I get most of my requests. And thank you for watching, and have a lovely day.